Hello friends, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in this video, I'll be explaining you the lab assignment 2 of object-oriented programming, that is OOP, of second year information technology. So the lab assignment 1 video is already uploaded on the channel. So the link of that is given in the description as well as in the I button. Also the link of the Telegram channel is given in the description. So you can join that Telegram group to get notifications about the internship, off-campus drive updates, then about the technical events or the coding contest, then some study material and many more. So you can explore the Telegram group. So links are given in the description. Do check out the description once. So now we'll start with our second assignment, that is lab assignment 2. So the problem statement, I'll copy that first. Okay, and then I'll open my Eclipse IDE for this assignment. So from here, if I right click and create new Java project, so from here, from Java, I'll select Java and click on next. So here I'll give the name for my file, that is assignment2, and I'll hit enter. So now inside this, if you click on this arrow, you'll see some folders inside this. So click on this src, then I can delete this module, and then if you click on this and then right click here, you'll have the option for new and then class. So I'll create here new class which will have the same name that of my file, that is assignment_2.java, or if you don't write Java then also it's okay, assignment2. I'll click on finish. So now I have created the class with assignment2. So now I'll paste here the problem statement. Assignment2 and then problem statement. Okay. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Identify commonalities and differences between publication, book and magazine classes. So from this statement we will be able to understand that we'll have three classes, that is publication, book and magazine. Second, title, price copies are common instance variables and saleCopy is a common method. So what this statement means, so the title, price and copies are common instance variables. So instance variables are created inside the class but outside the methods. Okay, so whatever methods you are having, outside that methods you will create these three variables or called as instance variables, and the saleCopy is common method. So which means we have to include this instance variables as well as this saleCopy method into all of these three classes, that is publication, book and magazine. Okay, now we'll move to the third statement, that is the differences are book class has author and order copies. So along with this instance variables and this method, our book class will have the author and order copies method. Okay, author is nothing but a string, or you can say it as a variable. Then next, magazine class has methods order quantity, current issue and receive issue. Okay, so in magazine class we have three methods. First is the order quantity, second one is current issue and third one is receive issue. And this price, copies and title, these instance variables will also be there along with the saleCopy method. Then write a program to find how many copies of the given books are ordered and display total sale of the publication. So basically we have to get the order copies or number of copies the user wants, and then depending upon that you have to calculate the total sale. So for that we'll need the price. Okay, so price variable, so price into whatever the order copies of the users are there. So whatever the result you will get by multiplying order copies and price is nothing but the total sale of the publication. Okay, so they haven't mentioned what exactly we have to do with these methods inside the magazine class and publication. So we'll just display one statement inside those classes. So basically we are only dealing with the book class. So we'll start executing this assignment. So first we have to create three classes, that is publication, book and magazine. So I'll create three classes. So first I'll write here class, then publication. So I have created first class, Then second we have to create book class, so I'll create book class. Then third we have to create magazine class, so magazine. Okay, so I have created three classes. Then next is what? Title, price, copies are common instance variables and sale copy is a common method. So here inside this we have to create three variables, instance variables. So I'll hold shift alt and then I'll just click here so that I'll be able to have multiple cursors so that I can type into this three classes simultaneously. So I'll write here string, which will be title. Then we have second is price, so price I will keep it as float price. Okay, then third we have is the copies, so copies can be int. Okay, so int copies. Okay. So here they have given p as capital, so we'll make it as p capital. Title is also p capital. Okay, so we have created three. Now next we have to include the saleCopy as a common method. So for that also I'll hold down shift alt and then I'll just click on here, hit enter, and then I'll just paste it. Sorry. Okay, so then I'll paste it. Okay, something is okay. So I'll paste it here, saleCopy. So for that we have to write here void. Okay, so void name of the method, parenthesis, and then curly braces. Okay, so this is my void saleCopy method, so which is common in all the classes. So here I have created a void saleCopy, and here also I have to create the same. Okay, so I have created the three methods, same method inside these three classes. So now they haven't mentioned what we have to do inside this publication class, so I'll just display one statement inside this, that is system.out.println, and then I'll write here statement as this is sale copy, then method of publication class, okay, and semicolon. So this we have done with the publication class, and similarly we'll do with the magazine, but before that we have the other things to include in the magazine and book class, so that we'll do first. So the differences are, book class has author, so we have to include author in the book class, so author name will be string, so I'll include that here all in itself. So if you want to declare it in other way string, so just you can write here string and then author, but I'll be doing it into the same. So you can write the multiple variable names which are, if they are of same type, by separating them with commas. So we have done with author. Then we have to include this orderCopies method inside this. So I'll write here void, the name of the method, parenthesis, and curly braces. Okay, so we have done with the book class. The next magazine class has methods orderQuantity. So I'll copy this and just I'll print it here, create method here with void orderQuantity, parenthesis, curly braces. Then we have the current issue and receive issue. So I'll copy this and I'll write here void receive issue. Okay, and similarly I'll write here void is current issue. Okay, current issue, curly braces. So here I'll make it as capital. Okay, so okay, so this is about magazine class. So inside that also they haven't mentioned what we have to do, so we'll just display these statements like this inside each of the functions in the magazine class. So I'll write here of magazine class, so I'll copy this statement and I'll paste inside this each of these methods. So this is orderQuantity, this is current issue, and this is receive issue. Okay, so we have done with publication class and magazine class. Now we'll work on the our book class. Okay, so now here we have to write a program to find how many copies of the given books are ordered and display the total sale of the publication. So it means that there should be some books and price, that book should have price, right? And then depending upon that price and whatever the number of copies the user will enter, that into the price will give us the total sale of the publication. So for that we have to take input from the user, so we need the scanner class. So I'll import here the scanner class. So import java.util.scanner. Scanner class is present inside java.util. Okay, so now okay, so now I'll create the object of that scanner class inside here in my book class. So I'll write here as scanner sc is equal to new scanner and then system.in. Okay, I have written here the curly braces. Okay, so java.util.scanner, right? So now we'll take the input from the user. So first, before that we have to display some book details, right? Then depending upon that title and the price only, the user will be able to order the copies. So for that we can create one method. So I'll create here method as void display book details, and then inside this we can give the values to our this variable, that is title, author, price. So I'll write here title is equal to, so for that we can look for onto the Google. You can type anything, but I'll go with the Google. So here I have the my experiments with silence. I'll choose this book. Okay, so I'll write title into the double quotes as its string, then author. So we'll write here author. Okay, so title is capital T, author is small a. Okay, so author is Samir Soni. Okay, so I'll write copy and I'll paste it. Okay, so title, author, then we have to price. So price I'll write it as suppose 250. Okay, 200 I'll write it as, and as it is float, so you have to write here f. Okay, so we have displayed just inserted the values into our variables. We have to display this. So for that we have to write the system.out.println statements, println, and then inside this I'll write title, then I'll just concatenate that with our title variable. So T is capital. Okay, and then similarly I'll copy this whole statement, paste it. Okay, so here title, then author, then I'll replace this with our author. I can make this a as capital also. Okay, so this will be more easy to remember. Okay, so here also you have to make it as capital. Okay, the next is price. So price, and then price. Okay, so we have given the values inside our variables title, author, and price, and just we have displayed the same value, that is title. Then here the title will be displayed, here the author will be displayed, and here the price will be displayed. Okay, so now this will display, then depending upon that the user will order some copies. So for that we'll write some block of code inside our order copies method. So here I'll write system.out.println, and inside this sorry println, and then inside this I'll write statement as suppose enter, or you can write it as how many copies you want to order, and then that user will be entered. Okay, so here the user will enter some value, so that will store into our copies variable. Okay, that we have declared in the class. So right here copies is equal to sc dot next, in. Okay, so we have copies along with us. So now using this copies will calculate the total sale. For that I'll display a statement as system.out.println, and then here I'll write as total sale, and then I'll here concatenate it with price, my price variable, into I'm having the copies, right? So copies, so that is nothing but our total sale. So if user entered here suppose 5, so that is 5 into what is the price of each book is 200. So 200 into 5 is nothing but 1000. So 1000 dot 00 1000 dot 0. This is nothing but our sale copy function or the total sale of our publication. So this you can keep it as it is and directly create the objects and call these methods, or you can make use of switch case. Okay, so here I'll be explaining you by making the switch case or the menu driven program. So for that I'll have to write here public static void main method, public static void main, and then inside this string array, and then args, which will be the name of my array. Okay, so now inside this I have to create one variable, not variable, yeah, variable, you can to take the user choice. Okay, so I'll write here int choice, and then next what you can do is you can create the scanner object. So scanner sc is equal to new scanner, so that you can take the choice from the user, system.in, and then now here I'll be using the do while loop. So because I want at least once are this particular statements whatever we are going to write should be executed. So here I'll write do, and then I'll write here system.out.println, and then inside this I'll write menus. So I want one line to be there before this menu, so I'll using this slash n. So slash n, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay. So this is nothing but just a string. So here menu. Okay, so I have displayed the statement as menu. Then again I'll write as system.out.println, and then here I'll be giving the menus to the user. So first menu can be the publication class. Okay, so publication, then I'll add a new line, then second choice can be our book, then third choice can be our magazine class. Okay, and then fourth we'll give it as exit. So here I'll give it as exit. Okay, so these are the menus that the user will be able to see. The next statement we have to write is to take the user input. So for that I'll be writing as println, not println, because I want the input to be accepted in front of this statement only. So I'll not write ln, I'll just write system.out.print. So now here I'll display some statement like enter your choice, enter your choice. Okay, and whatever the choice user will enter, that I'll store into our choice variable, which is declared here. Okay, so choice is equal to new sc dot next int. Okay, so now we have to write the switch case, because we want to switch this choice variable depending upon whatever the input user will give. So for that I'll write here switch, and then I'll switch my choice variable. So I see choice curly braces, and inside this we have to write the different cases. So first case can be if user can enter 1. So if user enter 1, then what I have to do, I have to call the publication methods, whatever the methods are present inside this publication class. So I'll create the object of that. So publication, the name of the object, so I'll write it as publ is equal to new, and then publication, then constructor. Okay, so now using this object, now we'll call the methods. So we'll see which methods are there inside our publication. So we have only one method, which is saleCopy. So I'll call that method using this object. So object name is publ dot saleCopy. Okay, saleCopy. So now the method is called. Then you have to write the break statement to break this loop. Okay, then next we have the second case, which is of our book. Okay, so in book we'll create first object. Okay, so book, then I'll write as bk is equal to new, and then book class constructor. Okay, so now using this bk object we'll call the methods inside this. So let's see what will be the sequence of calling this method. So first we'll call this method, which will display the details of the book, and then from this user will be able to order the book. Okay, so then we'll call this order copies, and after this we'll call the saleCopy method. So I'll first call display book details. So here object name is bk dot, then method name. After this we have to call our orderCopies method, and then we have to call our saleCopy method. Okay, so then I'll again add a break statement. So this is about our second case. Now third case we have is for magazine. Okay, so for magazine I'll write here as case 3, and then again I'll write here. Okay, so I'll create the object of this using mgz is equal to new class name and then constructor. Okay, so now using this mgz object I'll be able to call the methods which are inside this class. So I'll call this saleCopy method, or before that you can call the order quantity. Okay, so this will be more uh, correct order. Okay, so dot order, then second is saleCopy, then third is issue, what is current issue. Okay, current issue and receive issue. So mgz dot current issue, and then mgz dot receive issue. Okay, order quantity. Okay, so next case will be exit. So before that we'll add here break statement. Okay, so now I'll write the case 4, which will be our exit. So for that we'll be only going to display the statement. So I'll write here system dot out dot println, and then I'll write here as successfully exited. Okay, and if user gives some invalid input, so for that we have to write the default case. So I'll write it as default, and so default, and in that also I'll going to explain display some statement, that is system dot out dot println, and then I'll write here as invalid input, please try again. Okay, so next we have used the do while loop, so we have to write the while loop. Okay, so first we'll check with where our switch case is closing. Okay, switch case is here, then do is closed here. Okay, so here we have to write our while condition. So while my choice is not equal to 4, so it means 4 is what? 4 is for our exit. So until and unless user types 4 into the choice, till that our this program or these statements will be displayed. So once user entered 4, it will be exited from this loop. Okay, so this is about this assignment code. So we'll now save it and we'll run this and we'll check the output. Okay, so here we have the menus book, publication, book, magazine, and exit. So I'll write here, suppose first is, okay, so before that we'll give some space here after the choice, enter your choice. Okay, so now I'll save it and run it. Okay, so now here if I've entered 1, so it will show me that this is saleCopy method of publication class. Then if I've entered 2, then it's showing me the names of the book, author, and the price of the book. Okay, so now upon this, how many copies you want to order of this particular book? So suppose I say 5, so then it is showing me that the total sale is 1000.0. We have used the float, so it's showing the point values or decimal values. Then now if I've entered 3, then it is showing me that these are some methods which are inside this class. So they haven't mentioned what we have to do with this method, so that's why we have just displayed one statement into our classes. And now if I've entered some suppose invalid input, that is 8, then it is showing me that invalid input, please try again. So now if I've entered 4, then it is showing me that successfully exited, and again it is showing me that invalid input. Okay, let's check that why it's showing. Okay, choice is not equal to poetry. Okay, I'll check that actually what's the problem is there. So before that, I'll explain this or summarize this whole assignment. So we have to create 3 classes, which is publication, book, and magazine. Then inside that we have to create 3 instance variables, which is title, price, and copies. And we have this saleCopy method, which is common in all these methods. So we have this instance variables and this saleCopy method, which is common in these 3 classes. Then the differences are that the book class will have the author and order copies along with these instance variables and this common method. Magazine class has methods order quantity, current issue, and receive issue. These 3 methods will be there inside our magazine class along with these instance variables and saleCopy method. Then we have to write a program to find how many copies of the given books are ordered, and we have to display the total sale of the publication. So for that we need the price and the number of order copies. Then we'll just multiply those values and just display the total sale of the publication. So here in publication we have created 3 instance variables. So instance variables are nothing but the variables which are created outside the methods but inside the class. Then here we have created saleCopy and just written one statement because they haven't mentioned what we have to do with this. Then second is the book class. Here we have the title and author. Both are of string type. Then price is of float. You can take it as integer. Then copies is of integer data type. Then I have created this scanner class with name sc. Scanner class object with the name sc. Then here I have created the 3 methods. So this method they haven't mentioned, but we have created it by our own so that the user will be able to see the details of this book and then order the book. Okay, so here a title. So in this title variable I have stored the this name. So here author also is here, that is the string value. Then price is a float, so that's why I have written here f. So then I have just displayed this value, that is title will be this, author will be this, and price will be this. So this is about display book details. And then next we have the saleCopy. So before that we'll see the order copies. So in order copies we'll be taking the input from the user that how many copies they want to order. So that statement is displayed here, and whatever the user will enter, that we have stored into our copies variable. Okay, now saleCopy method. So in this we are just multiplying our price and copies so that we'll get the total sale of this particular book. That is nothing but the total sale of the publication. Okay, so currently we are only dealing with this book class. Okay, so this is about book class. And in magazine class also we have 3 instance variables. saleCopy is common method, and these are the methods which we have to include. Okay, which is already given in the statement. So inside this methods you can write anything, but I have written just single statement. Okay, and then here our main class or the assignment-2 class. So here I have created the main method. I have declared the choice variable with int data type, created the object of our scanner class with name sc. Then I have used do while loop. So here I have displayed the menus. Then I have the choice for publication, book, magazine, and exit. and then here I am taking the input from the user. For that, some particular message should be displayed, so that's why I have printed this statement. And I haven't used here ln because I want the user to whatever the user will enter, that should be accepted in front of this only. So then I have stored whatever the user will type that into the choice variable, which is declared here. Then next I am switching this variable. So for that I am using the cases. So first case can be user will enter 1. So for if user enter 1, then I have to call the method which is inside the publication class. So for that I'll need the object. So I have created the object publ, then new publication constructor. Okay, constructor of publication class. Then using this I have called the saleCopy method and then break statement. Similarly for book I have created the bk object. Then I have called the 3 methods. So this order is important because first you will display the book details. So for that I have called the display book details method. Then after that the user will order copies. So then we have called the order copies method, and then after receiving this number of copies we have to calculate the sale. So for that I have called the saleCopy method. Then break statement. Okay, then third case is for magazine. So for magazine I have created the object with name mgz. Then using this object I have called the 4 methods which are present inside our magazine class. Then break statement. Then case 4 is for exit. So I have just written the system.out.println statement with a particular message that is successfully exited. And then the default case I have written here as invalid input, please try again. Okay, so and then we have to give the while condition or the stopping condition for our loop. So for that I have given as choice is not equal to 4. So until and unless user enters 4, our loop will continue to run. Okay, so this is about this assignment. So if you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Do check out the description for the oral questions and the links of the videos and the Telegram group. So we'll see in the next video for the assignment number 3. So till then, keep practicing, keep learning, and thanks for watching.